Hi everyone and welcome to Jayas Joy, the good news company. Now for many of us, news can be a huge source of anxiety. I know especially for me, I hate watching it as I wake up or as I go to sleep. It literally fills me with the most terror. So I thought I would do the opposite and start a good news company where instead of filling you with everything bad happening in the world, although we do need to acknowledge that, we can end the day on some good things going on. So in today's episode, we are talking about Miss Lizzo, and it's going to be quite focused around the music industry. So Miss Lizzo being the first ever Black woman to win a Grammy for Record of the Year since Whitney Houston. That is a huge milestone for Black artists everywhere and everything and more that Lizzo stands for. I will attach a clip in a minute of her singing because the Grammy performance was incredible, and if you haven't heard the song Special or haven't seen it, go and watch it. It will honestly put you in such a good mood. The second story we'll be touching on today is the Super Bowl. Now, everything was incredible. The performance, obviously, the players, but Rihanna's performance, oh my God. And the woman I do want to address is the incredible ASL signer. Now, I don't know if you've seen videos of these because she has been all over the news and all over TikTok, but the way she dedicated her whole body, her whole life, her whole soul into that performance to make it enjoyable for people who can't hear was so amazing and so beautiful to watch. I love that sign language is becoming a lot more normalised in big performances, as it should everywhere, and the way that she dedicated her whole body into that, dancing as well as doing the sign language to bring the vibes, was incredible. Again, we'll attach another clip. And the last subject I'm going to be touching on again, of course, is the huge disaster at the moment in Turkey and Syria. This is probably one of the highest death tolls we've had from an earthquake for I don't know how many years, a lot of years. So I feel like it would be wrong not to touch on it. But I am going to mention companies, mention people who have been doing good donating and places that people can go to donate to or send food resources, clothes, supplies, anything like that will help. So it still puts a tiny bit of a positive spin on a completely horrific situation. So on to the first story, Miss Lizzo. Now, if you've been a fan of Lizzo as long as I have, you know that her songs are all about equality, positivity, bringing yourself out that dark place and generally lifting people's moods. She's known for being that celebrity that is just lovely to everyone and is a beautiful presence to have on screen. So it is very fitting that she won the Grammy of the Year and being the first Black woman to do so. She stands for equality. She stands for people getting the accolades that they deserve. So I believe this is very deserved. I'm going to attach a clip of her performance, and if you haven't watched it, she performed Special and About Damn Time at the Grammys. It was so incredible. Here's a preview. Deserved and making history as the first Black woman to win Record of the Year at the Grammys. May this continue for her, and she deserves the world. Okay, on to the next one, and also very much musically related, the Super Bowl. Now, Rihanna came back out after so many years of people bothering her, like, do you want music? When are you going to perform again? And absolutely killed it. By the way, being pregnant, I could barely do any of those moves as a young 23-year-old. Actually, I'm 24, that's a lie. Never mind bloody pregnant, so huge congrats to her. The performance was amazing. All of her songs brought back like my childhood nostalgia, and it was just, the show was incredible. However, one lady did steal the show. This lady right here, Justina Miles. Now, not only did she do Rihanna's performance, she did the whole Super Bowl. She is only 20 years old, and the way she put her heart and soul into making a performance out of sign language is so beautiful and so incredible. Now, in these bigger performances and like worldwide events, I think sign language should be necessary and it's not always seen. So I'm glad that it's becoming more known and that it's becoming funky. Super Bowl is all about like a big celebration of life and celebrating music and like dancing, and the way that she The way that she reflected that through her performance is amazing and made it look so cool and so effortless as well. Like, I've done a few sign language lessons before, tried to learn BSL, and it is super hard. So the way that she makes it look so effortless and made it look so entertaining for people who can't hear, to make sure that they were having as much of a good time as everyone else, was just incredible. Again, I'm going to drop another clip of her performance, and if you haven't watched it, please go ahead and do so. Justina Miles is her name. 20 years old, you guys. Like, her talent for her age is just incredible. Again, you can understand my hype. The way that she put her whole passion into that performance was incredible, and another beautiful lady who deserves to be celebrated. Now, on to the last story. Everyone must know or must be aware of the huge tragedy that has struck Turkey and Syria at the moment. One earthquake that has reached such a high level on the Richter scale that they haven't seen in almost 20 years. It has caused mass devastation around Turkey, Syria, and a lot of British communities from Turkish and Syrian are grieving for their families or going through to find loved ones. However, it has shown a great sense of community in other countries stepping in to help, especially in the Turkish and Syrian communities around the UK. So I do want to share some people that you can donate to, send food, local resources, clothes, medicines, anything like that will help, or some charities who are collecting donations to send over for relief for Turkey and Syria. So I want to start by talking about the Luton Turkish Community Association in Luton, London. Now, they have raised almost £20,000, which is incredible for such a small community that they are themselves. And they are constantly taking medical supplies, clothing, and aid for babies. They obviously are feeling a lot of pain and hurt for their country, which is understandable. So the way that they've stepped in to help is incredible. And if you are London based or Luton is near, I would recommend going through to them, even just emailing them and seeing if there's anyone that you can donate to, if they've already taken loads or they're already on a trip down there. But they're an incredible association who have done tons to help their hometown. I'm just going to drop the contact information here. You can screenshot, and this is your way of contacting, again, an incredible association and one that has done massive amounts of help to Turkey and Syria. Another place that you can get in contact with to drop donations off for physical things such as medical aid, food, baby aid, anything like that is Green Lanes in Haringey, I think it's called. North London, again, which is lined with loads of Turkish restaurants and a big Turkish community, taking tons of donations to send across. And finally, here are a list of some of the charities fundraising or taking donations for Turkey. So Tia Fund, GovUK, Oxfam, Red Cross, and you can find tons on Google, but I will also link some. Again, this is a good news channel. However, this is super important to bring attention to with what's happening around the world. So that is everything today. Thank you for listening. I do love doing this good news channel. Not only does it help others, it also puts me in a good mood and reminds me the world isn't always doom and gloom. And even if there are still ways to help. So if you haven't watched Lizzo's Grammy performance, I will link it below. If you haven't watched the incredible Justina slay the sign language in on the Super Bowl, I will drop that below, and I will drop tons of links of places you can donate and send relief to in Turkey and help these poor individuals during a really horrible time in their lives. Thank you for listening, and join us next week for Jayas Joy, the Good News Company.